So Chet Holmgren ended up getting injured the other day in a pro-am game against LeBron James. So what happened was LeBron James looks like he's on a fast break, but Chet Holmgren is on the other end of the court defensively. So he tries to make a defensive play while LeBron is going to go to the hoop. I think LeBron was attempting a layup, it looked like. Chet Holmgren tries to block him. He does a great contest of LeBron's drive to the hole. LeBron ends up taking a bad shot, ends up missing, but Chet lands awkwardly on his foot, which results in him tearing some ligaments in his foot. That in return results in him missing the season, for the upcoming season, I would say, for his rookie year. What do I think about this? I do think it really does suck that he got hurt. I'm not an OKC fan or even a Chet Holmgren fan, but I actually like to see guys be healthy to start the year because it makes basketball more entertaining when you have more guys who have the potential to be stars, just like Chet Holmgren, that he has the potential to be good. It would have been fun to watch and play to see what he could have done with OKC this season. And I just wanted to see how he was going to turn out, whether he was going to do well or if he was going to be terrible just due to his skinny frame. I think it would have been entertaining to see how that result played out. And now I think we're just all deprived of that. So that part of it sucks that we're just not going to get to see what his rookie season would have been like. So we have to wait until next year to see how he performs. I know if you're an Orlando Magic fan, not saying that you're rejoicing about this injury, but you're probably thrilled that you didn't pick Chet because of the stereotypes of him being a stiff and just being weak and not strong. It doesn't help Chet Holmgren's reputation for sure. He definitely now has to work even harder to prove himself whenever he has the chance to play. So I think it does hurt him from a reputation standpoint. One thing I think is interesting about this situation is the injury resulted from the Pro-Am exhibition game. So it makes you wonder if the NBA will start cracking down these exhibition games just to prevent these guys from getting hurt. From what I researched, a lot of these players actually have, quote unquote, a love of the game clause in their contracts. So they are allowed to play in these exhibition games and not get penalized if they get hurt. But it just makes you wonder, just in the future, will these owners not include these stipulations in their contracts, like such as giving them the love of the game clause, just to avoid these types of injuries from happening? Granted, OKC doesn't have title aspirations or even playoff aspirations with Chet Holmgren, but you have to wonder, what if this had happened to a legit star player like a Steph Curry gets hurt in one of these games and tears his ACL or something? That could definitely end the championship hopes of the Warriors, for instance, or some other team with a legit star on there that's elite. It could end their ability to be a contender for the upcoming season. So if you're a fan and you have a championship team, you are concerned when that star player of your team is playing in these pro-am games. I think that's one thing to consider in the future, whether there'll be action to stop these guys from playing in these meaningless exhibition games. That's one thing I would see looking into the next CBA if the owners try to get rid of the love of the game clause. Maybe they'll do it, maybe they won't. I will say this, as much as I criticize these players, I do like these exhibition games in the sense that it gives an opportunity of fans who don't have the ability to attend an NBA game to see these guys play at a local gym or someplace. It makes them more accessible, since I've heard these games are, I think, very cheap or free. So I think the fans win when these exhibition games are on. But then again, hardcore NBA fans lose and casual fans of these teams and players lose. So it's kind of like a conundrum when you think about the situation. But that's all I have to say about this.